I'm going to be converting the Dillon RL1100 from 9mm to 223. I'm going to be changing out the dies as well and show you how to kind of set them up. Alright, first you start off with the easy stuff. You know, this thing, the plunger. Put it right here for now. And then just, I already had them loosened up. Mostly loosened up. Take these things off. Alright. Just take the dies off, super simple. These are the 9 ones, I'm going to 223. I guess I should have just had them off by now. Alright. Put them right here for now. Sort them out later. Okay. Then right here, bring this down. Take this off. The easy stuff first. Take that off. Okay. This thing. Take that off. Raise it up. Then loosen this thing off on the side right here. Goes down, slides down like that. Bring this down slowly. Oh, it taps right here. Just make sure. Bring that right there. You got to bring this down once you do that, because this thing has play and it was bumping right there. All right. Always do everything slow. When you bring the handle up and down, when you're starting to take stuff apart, you gotta go slow. Break that there. You want to bring this down because the pins will hold it. Will hold it together. Will hold it down. All right. And then bring it up slowly. Okay. Because it's spring loaded, and it'll shoot up. All right. And this is the powder one. I don't need this one. This one's for the 9mm. Take that one off. This side. Bring this. And then put it to the side. Alright. Now we're going to loosen this thing. Loosen this one, get that out of the way, because you got to take the shell plate off. All right. So the cool thing about the 9 and the 223 is they use the same, I think it's called the, what's it called, the feeder? It's a size small. It'll say it on the side. You don't have to take any of this apart. It's the same size from the 9 to 223. So grab all the stuff I need. Start with the bottom. So I have, it's the Reloading Innovations. I think they call it the spill stop. So mine's a little different. So I would loosen these up. Right here. These are like the low profile, I think they're called. Spill stop. Actually, I don't need more. Right. Just loosen it up. Okay. And another thing, these locator tabs, they're the same size. From 9 to 223, they'll be size 3s. They say it right on them. You don't got to change them out. From 9 to 223. Like if it's 45 to 223, you would have to. Those are size 1s. Spin it, it'll come off. Alright, this is part of the Reloading Innovations spill stop. Put this to the side. Alright, look here. I already had it clean, put a little grease on it, so I'm not going to do that. I've already done that. this if you have it from Reloading Innovations. Make sure it goes in nice. So I've seen for mine, for it to function a little like more reliably, where it doesn't shake or mess up or it messes up the case mouse, I set mine to 0.09 with this feeler gauge right here. I think that's what it's called. These things. Let me find 0.009. Found it. This guy right here. So tying it till, actually at the very end. That's where I do it. Might have to loosen one. Which one's tight? This one. This one. Right about there. And I'll test it out again just to make sure it stays there. And just tighten these up. Snug cross pattern. Okay, perfect. All right. All right, just kind of slide it down. There we go. Slide it down. Likes to get stuck a little bit. Back it up. It's easier if you just have it all the way down. Alright, hold it. You want to finger tighten this, you don't want to cross thread this or anything. Just finger tighten. Perfect. Good. Alright, then start building it back up. Alright, start with this thing. But always remember to move this thing if it gets in the way. This thing goes bottom up pretty easy. And then hand threading. Alright, so this thing, you do not want to over tighten. You just kind of want to snug it, okay? Like, that's it. If you over tighten, happened to me, break it. That's on me. I over tightened it. Alright? Alright, next you want to move your primer slide in. And then just line it up to the primer seater right there. Bring the machine down slowly, just in case if it's not aligned. You'll be able to see it. Came out perfect. Boom. There it is. All right. Then this thing right here. Right there. Make sure that thing's right. With the R clip or cotter pin. Slide it in right there. Then we're going to tighten this bolt. Let's snug it up first. So according to Dillon, it has to be 20 to 25 foot-pound torque. All right. I already got mine set to 22. 22? Yeah, 22. All right. There. All right. Operation. Good. All right. Start putting these things on. All right. All right. This for the powder drop. We'll adjust them. You don't need. Your dies. So, all right, start with the first one. Bring it in. Just kind of start it right there. The next one, seat die. I'm just gonna start them out right now, just to have them in place. All right. Swage station. And the crimp. And if you have a bullet feeder, all right, start with the first station over here, which is the seat. I'm sorry, the size die. According to Dillon, it says bring it in all the way. So bring the handle down, all the way down until it just touches the shell plate is what they say. Okay. Then, according to the instructions, back it out 2 turns. So 1, 2. Then they say to back up the depriming bolt 3 turns. So let's be 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now let's take a case. I don't have one up there. One here. One in here. Get this off. Actually, I got one to show you. So basically what I did was took a case and I cut it so you can see the action of each die. So on this one, set it here. You're gonna just be careful with it because it's not stable because you cut it. Ammo Brass makes one, but I ruined mine. My fault. So then just kind of go slowly. Let's see. Right there. This look catches. Okay. All you want to see is the action. So if you look, according to what Dillon says, that would not take the primer out at all. So what I found out was, I'm just going to show you how I did it and how it worked for me. So that's the way they want it, and then you adjust accordingly. That didn't work for me. So what I did was, this thing, I had to go all the way down. Right there, okay? Let's try that. Let's see what happens just with that. Right there. That would deprime it. Okay, but if you take a case, fired case, specifically, let me grab one real quick. I have one ready. Got one right here. make sure, because these are just cleaned. Okay, that one stops there, so that means it has to be resized. Same with that one. All right. That takes the primer off. All right, let's see how it resized it. Oops. All right. Still, nope. You would have to go down. So, bring this down. Bring it down. See, let's bring it to, let's just touch the plate. Let's just start there. Right there, let's see what happens there. Just like hold it. All right. Check it. So it's still not where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be in between the top one. I don't know if you can see that. In between the top one and either flush or above the bottom one right here in between these two. That's not it. And that's touching the shell plate. So what I did was tighten it even further than that, and I've had good luck with that. I've already made marks on mine because I didn't want to lose my settings. So I just made some marks, and that should be it right there. Just a little more. Now let's see. So I went down even further. Let's see. It's like right there. I can go a little further even. It's a lot close. Actually, there it is. Right there. Came out smooth. Right there. It's like right there. Jeez, that's freaking close. Let's just touch it and just, that's like right there. Let's try with a different one. All right, another one. Okay. Right there. So I've already marked it for mine, and that's what worked for me. Touch the shell plate, and I went even further down. That's how I set it. That's how it works for me. The Swage station. All right, let's just go here. And then, according to Dillon, I can't even see it. Oh, no, because I have to screw it down. Bring that down. So I'll start there, just, you know, so you can see it. I already got the Swage set because it was already set for the 9. You don't have to change that. But if you want to see kind of what it's going to look like, the bottom one. So there's a picture in your Dillon handbook to kind of show you. This Swage is it right here. So it's for the military crimps, or, you know, just so to put the primer in at the next station. So on this one, this thing just wants to touch right here at the top. So bring it down until it touches. So mine needs a little more. And I already had mine set because I marked it. So with this thing, a little more than hand tighten, just barely. Right there. See? There it is, perfect. That's how I want mine. All right, so on the right side, this one's got a military crimp. It's got 2 rings. I don't know if you can see that pretty clearly, but it's like, that's what they call the crimp. It's a military thing. And then on the left side, this one has not been crimped. So usually when they're crimped like this, you have to swage them. And the RL1100, or, you know, a lot of like the 1050, they swage. This one's the RL1100. So I'm gonna show like how to do it basically. So right here, this one takes the primer out. Let's see if this one's been swaged, because once they've been swaged, it doesn't matter. Like, it's a military thing. So this, yep, see, this one doesn't fit. This is a go, no go gauge for the primer pocket. Okay, this is up there. Actually, it did go. I was just holding it weird. Now that one's been done. Let's find one. I have 3 here, 3 left. They have the crimp. Let's go through these until I find one that hasn't been swaged. Okay. Hopefully we can find one. I don't know if this one. Okay, that looks like it hasn't been. It's not going in easy. Yep, it's not going in. Let's make sure. Yep. Okay. So what this does is it'll take off that crimp. So that's another way you set it up. With this tool would make it really easy. I already got mine set up, but what you would do is loosen this nut right here and start from the bottom, basically bottom up. So loosen this and then start like loosen this one right here and then start, you know, turning. And then so what you do, since I already have mine set up where I want it, now it's switched. Now this should go pretty easy, just like that. Yeah, and then another example I can show how it would kind of look with this. Since I already set it up with this thing. I just gotta hold it because you can literally see it in action, and it would open it up a little bit. Boom, right there. Just enough so that the primer will go. You don't want it too loose, or else it'll be like, you got the no-go pocket, which is basically the other side. If it goes into that pocket, which is way bigger, you overdid it. So let me show real quick. Let's see if I can. Should have kept that bullet. Now I gotta find a new one. See if this one's been swaged, because I'm not sure. Like I said, these are picked up rounds from the desert with the crimp. Oh, actually, no, this one, if it is super tight. Okay. All right, so put it in here. Let's swage it. So now this go one should fit pretty good. Yep. And then if it's too big, this is the no-go. That one should not fit at all, or else you did it too much. This fits good. This one does not. And that's good. All right, I'm gonna be changing the small powder bar to a large powder bar. And then all you're gonna do is put your Allen wrench in this one. And then I got a, what size is that? 3/8 right here. Just hold it on this bolt and just loosen it. You don't have to take it off, just kind of loosen it. All right, just enough. I think that should be enough. If not, I'll loosen it some more. Take this top piece, it just comes right off. Move this over to the side. It needs to be loosened a little more. Yep. And a little more just in case. Right about there. Let's try that. Okay, just moves to the side. Yep. Comes out. All right. Grab the large powder bar. There. Too bad, snug. All right. All right, now to the powder drop. So bring it in a little bit. Like I said, I already had mine preset, but I'm gonna show you. You obviously want to start at the top and work your way down. If you start too high, it'll bind. This thing will bind. So bring it out to about right here, and I'll show you what I mean. So that's not correct, but I'm going to show you how you get that measurement. Okay, bring it down. Get this out of the way. All right. There. All right, and you put a case in, and then you can see right here, like where it's not gonna finish the action of the powder drop. See how it stops right there? All right, so you wanted to finish the action, which is all the way. So I had it up, the die a little up, so it didn't finish the action. So you can see. Now I'm gonna put it down to the correct, and I already had mine marked right here. All right, there you go, right there. You want to start from the top just so you don't buckle the case, the shoulder. And I'll show you what one looks like if you go too far down. So if you go too far down, it'll buckle the case. This one can buckle the case. All right, so try it again with a good case. And then you can see the action here. This is your reference. Right there. It's like right there. It could go, I have mine like just at a gap of like a 30-second or whatever, like super small gap where I can finish off the action just by barely touching it. But that's where I like to keep mine, with a little bit of gap, so you know it's not all the way down. All right, so this is the bullet feeder die if you have a Mr. Bullet Feeder. So put it on, tighten it a little bit, turn it on. I'm just gonna show you how to set up this die. Sometimes you get stuck here. Once you're doing the motions, it tends to fix itself. All right, perfect. Okay, so you place the sized case of however you're sizing them. Me, it's like 175 and all the way up to like 176 max, I think is what they recommend. So that's like what I have. So right here, I got it set up high. You want to start from top down, because if you start low, like too low, you can buckle them. I've done it before on this too. So right here, it shouldn't feed, it shouldn't drop anything, and it didn't. So then you just want to start going down. Just go down, you know, check it. Or another thing you can do is just screw it down while it's down, and you'll see them drop. So, hasn't dropped yet. I have it kind of high right now, just so you can see nothing's dropped. Just kind of go until it drops. It'll be dropping soon. Right there. Alright, this one's not chamfered or whatever they call it, so the bullet just fell. good. All right. I have mine specifically set for the way I like it, and I've already marked it. So I'm gonna set mine to just a little more, a little tighter, just in case I get a little shorter case. I think my tolerance is up to like 1.745 or something like that, 1.745, and then it'll work from there up, basically. All right, so next we're gonna do the bullet seating. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the sliced bullet, you're gonna bring it in, put it down, and then the instructions say basically so the easiest way to do it is take the stem off, and you're gonna screw the main die, the main body, all the way down until it touches, and then you back it out one turn so you can feel it. There, it's touching. Yes, it kind of looks like that. Maybe you can see. I don't know if you can see in there. That's kind of what it looks like when it's touching. Well, a little more right there. It's pretty snug. All right. And the instructions say to back it out one full turn. So bring it up. And I marked it just so you know. That's a half turn. That's a full turn. Then it's just to lock the die ring. So bring it down. Just kind of while holding this so you don't lose your mark. And there you go, right there. Take the stem. All right, grab this, put a projectile in there. And we'll start from the top. All right. So put a projectile in there, drops it in. Next station. Bring it down until it touches. You'll feel it. About right. Yep, it's touching. Right there. All right. Let's look at it. It's still way too high. I can see that it's super high. So then what you want to do is basically go down from there. So bring it in back. Okay. And I noticed that each turn is, well, one full turn is 0.5 from your calipers, which you have right here. So actually I should show you. So right here, it's at, let's see, 24, about 24.1, 2.41. Okay, so a full turn should put me at 23. So I can see it's marked 223 right here. Just go off that. Half turn, full turn. Right there. That should put me at 23. Let's see. About 23. So I'll do another full turn. All right. Half turn, full turn. Let's see where I'm at. The closer you get, you want to start doing less turns, just because I was so far. 23. That was a full turn. It's 0.5. I'm sorry. Each turn it's 0.5. Or actually, you know what? I'm not really sure, but this is how we're doing it. 23. All right. Another full turn. Actually, got to be up a little bit there. Half turn. Full turn. Done. Where's it at? It's getting a little hard to turn. Okay. Let's see where we're at. And just keep checking. 22.5, I'll do another full turn. Try it there. And I'm shooting for 22. So I went a little bit too much. I'm gonna back it up one turn. Actually like a half turn. Not like a turn. One turn. Let me see. Back it up a little bit, try with another case. Go right there. Take another loop case. Just I don't have to use that one right now. Size it. Alright, drop a billet in it. Let's see. That's where I want to be. Very close. I can even go a little, that's super close. I can go a little more in, maybe like a quarter turn. Right there. Bring it to that. That's like right there. I'll go like a tiny bit in. Where is it out? Sorry. Oh, yeah. Right there. Tiny bit. All right. All right. That's it. It's like right a hair. I could just barely like a hair out, just a hair. And I'll get another case lube. Loop the case, whatever. Alright. And just do it again. See if my setting is correct so I can tighten it all down. I'm going for 2.2. That's it. Like it's depending by case after this, it's just right there. And that's it. That's how you set that up. Then you want to just lock it in. So I'll just take this one, just might as well do that one, and just lock it in, just hold on to the stuff to the top, just look where your marks are, because it says 223 on there, and lock it in. This one's locked in, and that's it. Alright, so next you're going to do the crimp die. So what the instructions say is, bring the handle all the way down, screw the crimp die all the way flush until it touches. So flush, right there. Then it says bring the handle up, and then it's supposed to do 1/8 of a turn in. And then right here, I did a little bit less, okay? Just put it in. Well, let's see what it is first. So you take the neck, because it says it wants to be between 0.001 or 0.002 less than the case mouth. So right there it's about, case mouth is about, see if you can see that. It's kind of hard to do. Sorry. All right, about 0.2 or 0.24, about that, that's what it is. Let's try it, let's see what it, see if it crimps it. Okay, so it's about, don't do that. See what it is now. Oh, too high. Somehow it's higher. Maybe it's a different, that's gotta go more. I didn't do anything there. It's about the same. Go a little lower. And then a little more. Let's try right about there. Alright. I felt it a little bit there. And you could actually see the crimp a little bit there. Alright, let's try it now. It's just hard to do. And show. Oh, I'm sorry. Yep. Yeah, it's about, yep, 0.242. Yeah, that's about what it says to do. And that's your crimp right there. All right, now that we set up all the dies, we're gonna do a round. We're gonna do a test round. No powder. All right, I got the Arminov like stop and go switch, so releases it, and then when you bring it down, size it, lock this so it doesn't drop another one. Next step, the Swage right here. Takes them, if it had a military crimp, it takes it out. Right here. This is gonna put a primer in it. There you go. This station right here would drop the powder, and I showed you how to set it up so you make sure you don't go too far, or like, because you can buckle the shoulder on the case. All right, drops the bullet if you have a bullet feeder. If not, that's when you would drop your bullet right there. Next station, this one's gonna seat it. All right, and then right here for the crimp. All right, let's take the measurements. Let's see how it goes. So I had it set up for 2.2. Let's see where I'm at. That's really good right there. 2.8, and it also depends on the cases. Some are a little different, so it'll be a little more or a little less, but it won't be crazy. And then we're gonna check the primer depth, which it should be between 0.002, 0.009. Or 0.00 or 0.008 from, I've read some discrepancies. That's 0.0065 right there. That's good. Then because this was lubed, because you always want to lube your cases before you run them through the sizing die. All right. Take the lube off, make sure you wipe it good. Because it can throw off your measurements once you put it in the case gauge or the head case gauge. So toss it in. I like the Arminov. It allows you to do 50 at a time. And there you go. Good. And that's it.